Okay, I'm getting straight to the point. Iman Gadzhi built a $100 million info product YouTube funnel, and I'm going to be teaching you exactly how to copy it. But I know you're probably thinking, why should you listen to this random guy? Well, I've helped multiple channels in many different niches add over 6 figures by posting YouTube organic videos. In this video, I'm going to be covering the topics that Iman covered in his video that he posted, but he didn't explain actually how to do the things he was talking about. So I'm going to show you that in this video and how you can apply it. And I'm going to be referencing this channel here that I added $115,000 plus in 115 days by posting simple YouTube organic videos. And in Iman's video that he made right here, he claimed that you need to spend over $10,000 per month to actually go ahead and make a content team. I'm going to be showing you how you can add 6 figures to your info product business without, going ahead and hiring a $10,000 per month full-time team. So the first thing that really stood out to me in the video that Iman made is that he said, you want to focus on having a micro strategy over being mass market. And he says you want to create content that speaks to your ideal prospect or your ideal client. But the main thing that he doesn't cover is how do you actually do that? Like, what videos should you be making? What are the ideas? How do you actually make content that's going to turn into cash and things of that nature? So that's what I'm really going to be breaking down in this video. But firstly, if you're watching this video, unless you live under a rock, you already know that views don't necessarily equal sales, which is why, once again, Iman has made this business channel. It only has 23,000 subscribers, and some of his videos have low views, but he's still able to collect tons of cash, similar to this channel here that I scaled to multi-6 figures. And the main pain that Iman was hitting on was that this economy is filled with tons of paid ads, and people are making these ridiculous claims about how to do certain business models, or if you're selling info, and pushing a biz op. People are tired of these huge claims. They want organic content that is actually authentic and will actually entice them to buy. On top of that though, with YouTube, you only have to post one video one time, and that goes on to grow forever, compared to making all these ad creators that you have to re-record or come up with new angles every single month. And once again, I'm gonna be breaking down how you can actually make these videos grow long term, how to title them, how to do your thumbnails, what's the strategy behind it, and just even on-camera presence things. I'm going to be covering it all in this video. So like I said in the previous section, Iman covered that you want to make videos that target your ideal customer or client. And the main thing he didn't mention was the how do you actually do that. So first things first is you want a high ticket offer, which is of course what Iman covers in this video. If you want to go ahead and actually add 6 figures to your business, you need a high ticket info product. With this channel here that we scaled to 150K in 115 days, we had a high ticket product in the range of anywhere from 5K to 8K. And they had downsells, upsells, and things of that nature. And I'm not sure what Iman Gadzhi's price for his offer is, but one thing that I do know is that he has his ideal customer profile unlocked, and he is targeting people that are making 100K per year or more. And this is something that you have to identify who is your ideal customer profile when you're thinking about making YouTube videos that actually can turn into high ticket deals being closed. Identifying your ideal customer profile, your ICP, comes down, in my opinion, to breaking down the psychographics of who you want to sell to. So, obviously knowing the demographics, like the age, the sex, how much money they make, etc., is good. But when it comes to making video ideas, the psychographics is the main part that you have to focus on. For Iman's channel, which he literally just started 4 months ago, he's already made over $500,000. And that's because he understands how to actually target the pains and desires of his ideal customer and who he's selling to, and reverse engineering those into video ideas. So what are the pains of your ideal customer? What are the desires? And how can you reverse engineer that into video ideas? Another way this can be done is tapping into your sales objections that you're getting on calls, or if you have a sales team, how can you reverse engineer those into video ideas, or frequently asked questions, your FAQs that you're getting. So for example, on this channel that I scaled to multi-6 figures, you can see here our first video is targeting the pains and desires of our ideal customer profile, which for us in our case is agency owners. So how to get ahead of 99% of SMAs in agencies. And you can see in the title and thumbnail, which I'm going to break down later in this video, how you can actually position and package your titles and thumbnails to actually attract who you want to sell to. It is also appealing towards the pains and desires of our ideal customer profile. Tons of other videos as well. These mistakes rank 99% of SMAs and agencies. I can show you a video where we're appealing to the desire. So how to make 197K with 11 agency clients in 2024, or this agency blueprint scaled me to 197K a month. Once again, we're targeting the old way versus the new way. You can see we're hitting at the pains in the thumbnail, and then we're also showing the new desire. Or this video right here, this simple secrets makes me 10K with one client. This is a desire because a lot of agency owners are gonna be like, yo, like how can you actually make $10,000 with one client, right? So that's how you want to think about targeting the pains and desires of your ideal customer and then reverse engineering it into YouTube ideas. And Iman's even doing it on his own channel here. Like, a certain pain of people that are making, 100K per year or $250,000 per year plus is how to actually build a team. $100 million CEO reveals his secret to keeping A players. Or other videos where he's appealing to desires, you can see copy my flywheel content system that generated 100 million. You're going to see in the titles and thumbnails, he's referencing their desired outcome of 100 million or a certain amount of money or a percentage increase like he does here in this thumbnail, or this simple system added me $2.1 million in pure profit. And once again, this is the same system that I've implemented for people like Jacob Levinrad, Sebastian Georgiou, and I've gone on to add multiple businesses in many different niches, 6 figures just through YouTube. We have the growth partner, which I already touched on, 150K, 150 days. We have Julia, who had a smaller audience, and we still scaled her to multiple 6 figures, which he gave us a testimonial on. We have Max, who we added 6 figures as well. Client interview just dropped with him. We're dropping a client interview with Ramin soon, who also will go on to generate 6 figures. So this is not a fugazi system. This is something I'm doing over and over again, and it does work. If you get stuck here when it comes to using your pains and desires, you can leverage AI, ChatGPT, to really tap into that. But another way that I really like for, generating ideas is taking inspiration from other people in your niche. And I'm going to show you a live example of a strategy that we use with our clients at Content Cash Media to add them 6 figures plus through posting YouTube organic videos. So what you want to do is go ahead and identify the competitors in your niche, in adjacent niches, even in broader niches that relate to your channel in some way. From there, you want to basically look for patterns between their top performing videos when it comes to titles and thumbnails, and you do this by sorting their videos by most popular, which on YouTube, that's literally the only platform where you can actually go ahead and see someone's most popular content by just sorting it. So if I scroll down, you're going to see right here, we're just looking at tons of our competitors for our client Max, who we added 6 figures for on YouTube. And he actually owns an agency. This doesn't only apply to info product sellers. It can apply to anyone that has a high ticket offer. And from tapping into these insights, we were able to generate hella video ideas. And we also reverse engineered the pains and desires of his ideal customer down here too. In this video that Iman made right here, he actually doesn't cover what type of videos he needs to post. He does highlight something called a YouTube VSL, which is extremely important. I just dropped a video on this. A YouTube VSL is just a YouTube video that is positioned as a video sales letter to sell your info product, coaching, agency, etc., etc. It can be done as a free course. It can be done as a My Story video, or it can be positioned as a business opportunity to bring people into what you're selling. Besides this YouTube VSL though, you still want to be posting other videos, and here is how I look at it. So I basically use a funnel just like any business owner would think of it. So you're gonna have 4 layers. So essentially the top of funnel, or the thing that's gonna be at the top of your pyramid, is your YouTube VSL. You're gonna have top of funnel content, you're gonna have middle of funnel content, and you're gonna have bottom of funnel content. And like Iman mentioned in this video, this YouTube VSL that you have right here is basically gonna get compound interest from all these other videos that, are being made. It obviously counts for watch time, but it also has something called session watch time, which Iman does cover in this video, where if people are coming from all your other videos and being attracted to this YouTube VSL and clicking and watching that, YouTube takes that into account and then is going to push your YouTube video out to similar people that are already watching it. Basically, your ideal customer profile is going to be watching more and more of your VSL if you can drive traffic from these top of funnel videos, middle of funnel videos, and bottom of funnel videos. But I'm actually going to explain what those type of videos are and how you can go ahead and create them. And Iman did have his team tweak his titles and thumbnails for these videos, and especially his VSL, every quarter. But this doesn't need to be done necessarily if you're actually driving traffic with the top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom funnel. So what do these actually mean? So top of funnel videos are typically things like, broad business owner like content that can apply to any business owner out there. This can be vlogs, typically just broad content that can apply to your ICP, but anyone that is in the space of business. And I'm going to show you live examples from these after I break each down. Middle funnel content typically is how-to videos or, transformational explainer type content that is getting your viewer from point A to point B. And then bottom of funnel videos are going to be super niche down videos. Typically these are longer videos as well. And these can also be like free courses. It can also be a raw content, but typically these are niche down insights, which it's specifically targeting your ideal customer that you want to sell to. And I actually forgot to mention something that prints for our clients like multiple six figures is actually case study. So case study interviews. So let's look at it from this info product channel that we added six figures to. So top of funnel content in this case can be videos like this. I wish I knew this before becoming a millionaire, or a video like 4 secrets I learned from my $50,000 mastermind. And by the way, on this channel, we were handling everything for them: ideation, scripting, thumbnail strategy, thumbnail design, posting, SEO optimization. You know, everything that Iman claims to cost $10,000 per month. Our service is expensive, but it's not 10K per month. So if you're interested in working with us to add 6 figures to your business using YouTube, just click the first link down below. But to get back to what I was talking about, middle funnel content videos on this channel would look like, you know, how-to content. So how to get ahead of 99% of SMAs and agencies, or this simple secret makes 10K per month with one client. It doesn't necessarily have to have how-to in the title for it to be a middle funnel video. It's just a video where your viewer is going to be leaving with some type of education or transformation that they didn't have prior to watching the video. Or these agency mistakes wreck 99% of SMAs and agencies. And then bottom funnel content for us on this channel could be like, we made a YouTube VSL essentially right here. It's how to make 197K with 11 agency clients in 2024. It's a full guide. It's a 26-minute video nearly. And once again, these are niche deep insights. We also have client case study interview. 22-year-old reveals secrets of closing $500,000 deal. Once again, this is an outlier video that actually went ahead and performed, but this is a client case study interview, 45-minute breakdown of how their process helped their client. Or another bottom of funnel video, we have a 50-minute video basically showing their sales process and how they close clients as a growth partner compared to closing clients as an agency owner. So this is another example of a bottom of funnel video besides all these other like client case study videos right here. And in our case, the YouTube VSL that we were pushing our traffic to, I actually did not make this video, but we were able to push traffic to it, was how we went from 0 to 197K per month in 11 months using the growth partner model. This was the video that we were driving all of our traffic to. We were driving our client case study interviews to, our top of funnel content, middle funnel content, bottom funnel content. It didn't matter. We were sending people to go watch this video and be able to basically opt in after watching this video to either book a call or to get more free resources, which would then lead to them booking a call, getting on the sales call, and being sold for the high ticket offer, which can range from anywhere from 5 to 8K. And if you look at it from Iman's channel, I mean, in this case now, he has his Iman Gadzhi unscripted channel, which is vlogs. That's more top of funnel. He also has his Iman Gadzhi channel, which is more middle of funnel, where he's just explaining like how to, you know, it's more business owner oriented. And then he has this bottom of funnel channel, which is specifically for business owners, 100K to 250K per year plus, that are, you know, making that amount of money, that want to sell info or learn how to grow their agency business, etc., etc. So he's even using this, you know, same type of funnel of content, and even on this channel, it still works. So if you want to look at a video that's more top of funnel, it's how I made $20 million with one YouTube video. YouTube is a very broad term. People know about YouTube. So this is a top of funnel video. Or your favorite gurus are broke. Let me explain. Once again, this is a top of funnel video. Then if we want to move to middle of funnel, how to run a top 1% team, fully remote. This can apply to typically any business owner, just learning how to run your team. And it's also a how-to video. And then if you want to look at bottom of funnel stuff, single digit refund rates and info products. Here's a blueprint. You see how specific that title is? Like, you have to be in the info product space for you to even click on that video. Or this video here, e-commerce founders, wake up or get left behind. He's specifically targeting a certain demographic in this video, and that's e-commerce founders. And he wants them to click on that video, and he's probably gonna telling them something that he would eventually entice them to sell. So that is like the funnel of content that you want to be using on your channel if you want to be able to grow, nurture, and convert your audience. Because the only reason why we're making videos with this format is so you can bring in new people, which is the growing aspect. You can nurture people with the middle of funnel content. And then once they get nurtured, you can convert them with the bottom of funnel content. And I know Iman said it takes around 10K per month to get a full-time team to do this. You could just have Content Cash Me to do it. We would love to handle the entire process for you. But if you can't afford 10K or can't afford our service even, here's how you can do it by yourself. It is preferred that you work with us, obviously, but let's break down, let's go down the list. We have thumbnails, we have video editing, we have script writing, basically copywriter, and then we have content strategy. So thumbnails, I will say for this, it comes down to title and thumbnail. I'm just going to put these together, to be honest, and I'm going to break down how you can actually take action to improve this on your channel. So essentially how I look at it is the thumbnail is what essentially gets the attention, and then the title is actually what's going to get you your click. What I mean by this is when we think about attention, what is going to require someone to get attention? And in this case for business owners, we want to be showing the desired outcome of whatever your ideal customer profile cares about. So this is where the ICP comes back into play, because you have to be appealing towards what they desire. So typically, if you look at the thumbnails on Iman's channel, you're going to see money in majority of these thumbnails. So he's appealing to the desired outcome of what they actually want. And then the second thing, which Iman also does a great job on, and I'm going to show you live examples from the channel that I personally added 6 figures to, is you want to bring in a sense of curiosity. So for example, for this first video that I chose to do here for the growth partner, how to get ahead of 99% of SMAs and agencies, you can see with this thumbnail and title format, after reading it and analyzing, then be like, okay, how do I actually get ahead? What is a growth partner? Like, does it mean for a growth partner? How can I get 5 to 10K per month? How can I get high paying clients, a percentage of revenue, and keep it long term compared to my current agency that I'm running? So we're bringing curiosity once we've actually shown the desired outcome. Another way to look at it is you can just focus on your thumbnail being the main attention of the desired outcome, and then you think of your title being what actually, drives you to curiosity. There's also another segment where you can just, take inspiration from channels that have done well and then add your own unique spin onto it, because that's what we did with the growth partner. That's what Iman's doing here on his channel as well. Second is video editing. With video editing, I mean, you don't need to complicate this, especially as a business owner or YouTube channel. I would focus on keeping things simple, but you can also make it sophisticated so your audience doesn't feel like they're watching some BS. Similar to the editing style on Iman's channel, it's very simple. It displays that this is for business owners, and it's something that people can understand and comprehend. It's not like Mr. Beast. I wouldn't overdo it, and I don't think you have to overdo it as well. And besides that, I think raw videos, depending on your audience, like the one I'm making right now, still are very effective, and you can just chop it up. If you needed an editor, you can go find a freelancer that works extremely well, or you can come work with us and we will make out a unique editing style for you that actually would appeal to your ideal customer. But I don't think you need to overcomplicate video editing. Third is we have basically copywriting. In this case, it would be script writing. And my thoughts on this are kind of simple. I'm going to dumb it down for you so you can understand it. But essentially, when you're script writing content, your audience is leaving with something they didn't have prior to watching your video. That's what you have to keep in mind. At the end of the day, you're still appealing towards your ICP in your script, and you're still appealing towards their pains and desires. So that's something that you definitely want to keep in mind. But you also want to keep in mind that people are going to be watching your content for the first time and not knowing who you are. So especially in your hook, I'll break down the hook structure that you guys can use, is you want to first hit on the proof. So show them how much money you've made or what you've done, etc., etc. Why should they listen to you? Second is you want to set a plan for the video. So this is just like, in this video, I'll be covering such and such, A, B, C, D, etc., and break it down a plan that they can know by watching this video they'll receive at the end. And then the last is a promise. And essentially, this is just going to be a sense of like stakes. Like, why should they actually watch your video? Why does it matter to them? And why should they not click off? Because they can go watch any other video. So why should they choose to watch yours? And I did this in this video I called it the ICP. You guys are business owners. You guys know who Iman Gadzhi is. It's in the title and thumbnail as well. But with the proof, I leveraged that I've made multiple channels 6 figures. With the plan, I said I was going to cover down what Iman said, but I'm actually going to give you a how-to and showing you how to do it, because he didn't really do that in this video. And then the promise of it was, if you can watch this video entirely, you can go on and add 6 figures by posting YouTube organic videos. So that's how I did this in this video. And then essentially with your body, what you want to do is you want to set up each topic. So you can see for each section, I have like a little like text that I can, refrain and tell the audience like, this is what I'm going to be covering. After you explain that, you can kind of side quest your viewer. You can give examples. You can tell stories. Like in this case, I'm referencing a channel that I actually worked on, data, etc., etc. But after you do that, you want to go into tension on why should people actually listen to what you're saying. So in this case, you typically want to hit the pains of your audience around the actual topic of that section. So for example, in this section, how to take action on what Iman says costs $10,000. The tension here is that I'm like, okay, you don't need to spend 10K to do this. And I'm going to show you actually how to do that, because it's something that we're doing for our clients. Our clients aren't paying 10K per month for our service. So once again, set up your topic, bring tension, and then you basically just want to resolve that tension, and you want to give the audience what they came for, which in this case, I'm giving you guys what you guys came for. I'm breaking down how to do title, how to do video editing, how to do script writing. I'm about to break down the strategy part, which I've already kind of broken down in this video. So yeah, that's how I think about it. And the main thing is you want to give context before you give the value. A lot of people just start off by giving the value up front. Like they'll give the value in the setup part and then the viewer just clicks off when you really want to be giving that value in the resolution part. And let them wait for that value a bit. And then fourth, the content strategy. I mean, I already broke down the content strategy, broke down the funnel. I broke down, how to find ideas. These are all stuff that Iman did not cover in this video. I've broken down the titles, thumbnails, all that good stuff now. So if you actually go ahead and copy this, apply it, you will be able to add 6 figures to your business. And if you don't want to, have the struggle of doing the entire thing yourself, once again, you can book a call down below to work with Content Cash Media. I would definitely love to talk with you one-on-one and see what's possible. But besides that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.